a new feature with our software is that in our mapping tab, many people want to be able to print out their maps. And when you are looking at your map on the software, you can only see a certain range of cells. For instance, here you can only see between 500 RPM and 6,000 RPM. Well, if you right-click on your map, you can copy the entire grid and paste that to an Excel spreadsheet where you can then print out your entire map, go back and review it, look for anomalies within the map, fuel transitions and things like that. Okay? And you can also do some tuning. You can go in to that Excel spreadsheet and by hand make adjustments without being hooked up to this. You can do this at home. Make adjustments, come back in, and you can also right-click on the map and import or paste that modified sheet from your Excel program into your Bazzazz system. So you can pull the map out of the software, modify it, evaluate it, do whatever you choose, and then import it back in if you would like. So that's a new feature with the software that's very useful. Right now, you can see that we're actively in the software. We're hooked up to our bike. Okay. If I turn the key on the bike, that'll allow the full system to circuit, and I can then make adjustments to my map and traction control switch. Now, our map select switch is a toggle switch. If you look in the lower left-hand corner of the screen right here where it says map 1, if I switch my map select switch down, it changes to map 2. Effectively, our system stores 2 maps. And typically, when you think of maps, you're thinking of fuel maps. But our system, you can have 2 fuel maps, which you'll see here. The values are changing. The map in map 2 is our slip-on map that we provide with the kit, and map 1 is the slip-on map that we've just went in and applied adjustments. So what I'll call this is 848 slip-on map with adjustments. Okay? So now I know that that's a map we've made adjustments to. You can also store 2 different quick shift kill times. So if I change the quick shift kill time for first to second in one particular gear, maybe we're drag racing and we want to try a little something different here, I'll put a 40 there, just hypothetically. And you'll notice when I change the map select switch, map 1, the kill time from first to second gear is 40, and map 2, it's 70. So these maps are not just fuel system related. They can be applied to fuel map, quick shift maps, and also traction control. Okay, similar to that, I've got 2 different traction control maps in here, and you can notice that the values in the map are changing when I'm adjusting the toggle switch. So now that you see that we have 2 different traction control maps set from map 1 to map 2, let's look at the TC trim switch. Okay, right now we have all 5s in our base map in map 2, and the gear positions are non-set. So effectively, we've got a TC sensitivity level of 5 globally across the board. If I want to turn those sensitivity values up and give myself a more sensitive traction control setting where to come on sooner out on the racetrack, I can trim the switch up by 3%. So we'll go +3. 1, 2, 3 on the switch, and that's displayed under trim switch in the upper right-hand corner of the TC page. Okay? So now, effectively, my sensitivity levels are at an 8 across the map. Okay? Now, if I wanted to go in and have traction control set differently in one particular gear, I could go in and say, 3rd gear, I want to turn the sensitivity down in 3rd gear. So I'll click on my arrow, and I'll turn it down by 5%. Okay? So with a base setting of 5 in the sensitivity map, in 3rd gear, when we're riding our bike in 3rd gear, 5 and -5 balance each other out, which gives us a 0 value, but our trim switch is going to be at a 3. So effectively, the rest of the map and all of the gears will have a setting of 8, but in 3rd gear we'll be at a setting of 3. Okay? And also, many times, for road racing applications, many riders would prefer for the starting line to turn traction control completely off in 1st gear to get a great start. And that's what makes this feature really useful. So you can turn it off in 1st gear in map 2. When you hit the infield and you're no longer worried about the starting line, you can switch over back into map 1 or vice versa and have a different setting there.